This is lesson 4 in chapter 5. We are talking about terminating and repeating decimals, and we all should be pros at decimals. Terminating decimals are decimals that end. So like 0.25, 0.5, those kind of ones. Repeating decimals are those that continue on forever. So remember when we talked about 2 divided by 3 or 2/3, we got 0.6666 forever. Those would be our repeating numbers. Whenever we have repeating numbers, what we're going to do now is we are going to put our dot, and since we have 6's that go on forever, we're going to write the 6 once and have a bar notation. That bar notation, what really means is that that 6 is going to repeat forever. You can follow along with me on page 381. We are going to do A and B. We want to write each fraction as a decimal and use bar notation if necessary. Well, each fraction as a decimal, we already know how to do this. We take 1 divided by 6. So in this case, 6 would be on the outside, 1 would be on the inside. Add our decimal point and 0 and keep going. 6 can go into 10 once. Bring down the 4, bring down the 0. 6 can go into 40, etc. We know how to do these. We're pros. So we're going to use our calculator. So on your calculator, if you take 1 divided by 6, you are going to get 0.166666 repeating. Remember we talked about whenever we have a repeating decimal, we now know how to write this. This is the same as saying 0.16, and since the 6 is what's repeating, I'm going to put that bar notation over the 6. Now on to letter B. On my calculator, if I take 8 divided by 9, I'm going to get 0.88888 forever. Again, using bar notation, I'm going to have my 0.8, and since it's the 8 that's repeating, I'm putting the bar over the 8. On your calculator, if you were to try another one and say you get 141414 repeating, my bar notation would then go over both the 1 and the 4 since both of those are the ones that are repeating. We are still on page 381. We're going to do D and F. We now need to turn these problems into decimals as well, and they may be terminating or repeating decimals. The negative sign in front means nothing really. All it means is that our answer decimal is going to have a negative in it too. So on your calculator, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to take 5 divided by 6. When you do that, you get 0.83333. Keeping that negative sign with you, that's what that negative out front means. I'm going to have negative 0.83, and just the 3 is repeating, so my bar is going to go over the 3. Letter F. I have negative 2 and 1, 6. Well, that negative needs to stay out front again. Remember, your 2 means that's your number before your decimal point. On your calculator, if you take 1 divided by 6, you're going to get 0.16666, repeating. So I'm going to rewrite this as negative 2.16, and since it's the 6 that's repeating, my bar will go over just my 6. Your code word for this lesson is Easter.